What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we continue the Natasha showdown with our next video going into Broken Spaces. Now, we're going to see if we can just brute force our way through. We're not going to do the Tixtalacium cheese method. We're going to go with our demon bell feed method. We're going to, of course, be using our queen here with the demon bell, which to make sure everybody is set up properly. We, of course, have two of our Rogans set up. We have our Heart Watcher set up. We have our Drake set up. And we have our damage dealer with that Antlers cane. Now, we're not going to put her in a household or anything. We're not really going to re-roll any of this gear because I have so much gear I have to re-roll. It's absolutely insane. Like, it's just crazy how many sets of gear I have. The problem being we just don't have enough resonance. What's it called again? Soul resonance to actually re-roll anything. Is crazy. They're just you upgrade all these gears of resonance and then you can't re-roll them. It's ridiculous, but it's time to get into Broken Spaces. I've been saving it. We need the resources because we're literally down to 1.5 million gold on this account. Wow, we almost have more relics. All right, let's go. Let's get this team going. No, we're not using the Vessel or the Asmodel. We are using, where are they? We need one more of you. So we got the top two there, and we need our damage dealer, which is going to be Natasha. We have the wolf. We have everything set up. No householder, but it is fine. I really just want to see what her damage ends up being like. I mean, she got one attack off. Oh, good old Broken Spaces 1. Yeah, the good old days. Remember the good old days where there were only 3 stages and you could use just like 5-star scaries to cheese it out? It was fun. It was fun. All right, let's see. So, hold on. Wait a minute. I just thought of something. So we need to try to do something real quick here because there's a weird interaction that we need to talk about, and that is with her layers. So essentially, until someone dies, she's not going to get any layers whatsoever unless she gets a basic attack off in the first round, which means she needs to avoid using an active in round 1. This is going to be tricky. We might need to manipulate some seeds. So 1772, that's going to be very, very, very difficult to get away from. 1772, my goodness. This is actually, I don't know if it's going to be possible. 1772. Huh. We're going to have to do something really weird here. Really weird. So Drake can't have the speed because we need everybody to be slower. Heart Watcher is not going to be a problem. The 2 Rogans definitely are a problem here. All right, definitely a problem. I don't know if we can slow them down enough. I actually don't know if we can. 1782. Again, we have to remove the boot. And just throw some randomness on to make sure they are going to be slower. Oh my goodness, this is so janky because we need her to get a round 1 basic off. That is going to be the only way this is going to work because her basic is going to give her 2 layers of crystal recharge. Those last forever. And essentially what that means is at 2 layers, we're going to be stealing attack from the enemies, which again, it helps. But the big thing is layers 1, this skill targets 2 enemies with the lowest HP. Now, technically getting the 3 would be good because it would guarantee her crit chance. But I think this is the best we can do. Before we get to the difficult ones, let's make sure this is working properly now. Is she gonna get a basic off before getting full energy? Ooh, it's a gamble. One of the Rogans is still faster because we need her to have that little electricity buzzing around her head so that her active hits 2 targets and not 1. That's the only way she's going to really have a chance to do some significant damage here. Now, she can't compete with someone like an Ithaca because Ithaca's dot is just the most overpowered thing in the game. But, I mean, I feel like she might do some significant damage here. Now, for some reason, one of those Rogans still went first. Oh, Speedstone. Yep. That's why. Speedstone. Okay, there we go. I was like, that was risky because technically both of them got an active off before our Natasha, where only the queen should. Yeah, there we go. So she gets the one basic. Then from here on out, she's going to have actives no matter what. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to skip this one because long animations. That is going to make it so that she hits 2 targets. And now she's doing really, really good damage. So this is going to be the first one where we have some CC interaction coming at us as well. But speed and energy feed does matter with this because, again, she only gains layers really in PvE scenarios like this when she uses her basic. And if we're feeding energy just about every round, it's going to be near impossible for her to get that. Now, I'm hoping she doesn't ever have a chance. Like, if she ever has a chance to get another basic and an enemy dies, then she has 5 layers. It should be fine, but we definitely want to make sure she's hitting 2 targets. Now, granted, most of the damage is going to be going towards the one that has the defense down from Drake anyway. So, I mean, does it really matter? No, not really. I mean, she's still doing so much damage here. So much damage. It is absolutely crazy. All right, so she is going to get active off in round 2. Twines are going to mess with the energy feed here, but hopefully not too much. It seems like when you have 5 Demon Bells, you can get a little bit of CC RNG and still be in an okay spot. Here, though, it's really bad. Really bad. Looks like she's going to get a basic next round. That puts her up to 4 layers. Isn't exactly optimal if she gets one more basic off. If she stays like this, she'll be fine. She did get CC'd though. We'll have tons of extra skill damage coming our way. Big hit right there. All right, so hopefully she doesn't get another basic. Because if she gets another basic... Actually, you know what? Now that he's basically dead, she got another basic. And you'll notice, I think she went back down to 1 layer since he died. It's very weird how the interactions are going to be with these crystal recharge layers. I mean, she's definitely a good PvE hero. Most assassins are in these scenarios because you're targeting the lowest HP target, which synergizes so well with Drake. Man, it's crazy how like easy these bosses are now with all the star spawns we have, all the void imprinting. The next 2 fights are going to be really difficult for this setup, though. Like, very difficult. She actually might almost kill herself. Oof. She has tons of healing. So even though Ada is putting that healing debuff on, it's not too big of a deal. Oh. Wait. She lost her layers. How did she lose her layers? Did she actually get over 5 layers? This is a little sketchy. Our team is staying alive, though, because we have Bloodthirst and all sorts of healing. So even though we have the healing debuff coming from Ada, we just have more healing than like they can handle. I mean, good damage right there. 40 billion. That is a winner. On to stage 8. Now, this one is going to get sketchy with Carry throwing out those marks. We might need to change some mark removal here. Or just hope the mark just doesn't apply. That's going to be the best thing for us if the mark doesn't apply. Because the energy feed is essentially getting destroyed because everybody has CC removal for the seal instead of the energy feeding. Yeah, this one's not going to work out that well. Let's check and see our damage. We still did about 40 billion. Most of it coming from that Drake. But let's now swap this up and change our mark purify here. And do that on everybody that has... Oh, I did not mean to do that. I don't want to mess things up here. I guess we can throw a pair of those on. Let's go over to mark removal. Mark removal. Yep. Get you mark purify. And then we need what? The Rogans and the Heart Watcher too. Let's get that swapped. That swapped. And then... that swap. So now at least maybe the carry's marks won't be affecting us as much and we'll be able to do a little bit more damage. Now, I don't think this is exactly a good scenario to run a team, but it might not be horrible. Again, if we can purify those marks, when we don't have full energy, we're going to have a lot more actives going off. One problem is we can be sealed by Tara now, which will block some of the passive art heroes have. Only this Rogan's really going to be affected this round. We still are able to energy feed, but the reliability of the crystal recharge on the Natasha is going to be a little bit more random. Queen died off. We're not going to be able to do this in I mean, we're still doing a lot of damage, literally doing 30 billion plus. So as far as, is it viable? Yes, it is. Is it optimal? Definitely not. Definitely not. Let's get our team back in here. Where's our Natasha? Let's just smash this out. Let's see what it looks like on Broken Stages, or Broken Spaces stage 9. So here, do we want to get rid of Marks or CC? Marks. This is going to be really bad because essentially the enemy Drake is just going to shred apart our Heart Watcher. Oh my god, Natasha died in the first round. So yeah, we can smash this out, but as you guys see, without having attack reduction on the enemy, you are going to be doing less than 1% per round right here. Like, absolutely insane. Now, if the Natasha somehow lives, that's great. Oh, she already procced. Oh my god, the black hole damage just melted her. Absolutely shredded her. And the other thing you have to remember is, yes, I have had Unbending Will on the whole time. She would probably get a little bit more healing, but it's not a huge difference. We're not going to go into this with this setup. I think we're going to save 9 for some testing. It's just a very difficult one. Maybe if you can somehow reliably get her like on a defensive team setup and have her get her actives off with layers 2. That might not be bad because she targets 2 targets, steals 20 attack every 3 rounds, maybe with a Delasium or something. I don't know. It could be an interaction that works. Granted, you can't really beat the Tix Delasium combo. So PvE, she's a solid PvE damage dealer, just like every assassin in the game. But is she meta or necessary? Nah, not really. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. See you guys next time.